Americans adore you. I mean, I remember being out there, and just because, was being both Scottish.
Susan Boyer's life reads like a story of trials, talent, and triumph. Born in a small town in West Lothian, Scotland, she endured hardship from the very beginning. From a complicated birth that left her wrongly labeled with brain damage to a childhood marked by bullying and family tension, Susan faced obstacles that might have broken anyone. Despite these challenges, she discovered a remarkable singing talent that lay hidden for decades. Her journey through grief, personal sacrifice, and late-in-life success illustrates the power of resilience. Over the years, she endured heartbreaks, family disputes, health struggles, and the pressure of sudden fame. Yet her story is also one of courage and determination, showing that even after decades of setbacks, it's possible to rise above circumstances and achieve extraordinary success. Early life and childhood struggles. Susan Boyer was born on April 1, 1961, at Bangor Village Hospital in West Lothian, Scotland. She was the youngest of 9 children, born to Bridget and Patrick, a family already struggling financially. Her mother was 47 at the time, a risky pregnancy that brought complications including preeclampsia. Susan was briefly deprived of oxygen during birth, leading doctors to assume she had brain damage. This misdiagnosis followed her for decades, shaping her self-esteem and her interactions with others. School was no refuge. She was mocked for her epilepsy and labeled a slow learner, enduring cruel teasing and harsh discipline. At home, her father's post-war anger and instability created a fearful environment. Despite these challenges, Susan's experiences began shaping a resilience that would later serve her. These early struggles formed the backdrop for her future battles, but also instilled a quiet strength, perseverance, and the ability to endure emotional pain, family conflicts, and sacrifices. Growing up, Susan often felt isolated within her family. She became the caregiver for her aging parents while her siblings built independent lives. When she fell in love at 25, her father intervened, ending the relationship without her knowledge, leaving her heartbroken. Susan dedicated herself to her parents, particularly her mother, Bridget, who supported her dreams despite their modest circumstances. This devotion meant sacrificing personal ambitions and social connections, reinforcing her sense of responsibility, but also deepening her isolation. Her life was a balancing act between love for family and the suppression of her own desires. Over time, this sacrifice became both a source of pride and frustration, as her siblings' lives flourished while she remained tethered to home obligations. These early experiences laid the emotional groundwork for her later struggles with trust, boundaries, and navigating family dynamics, especially after fame and fortune complicated relationships. The path to music. Susan's musical journey was long and fraught with setbacks. She performed in local pubs and choirs, yet her first major audition for a TV show ended in nerves and failure. She recorded charity CDs and professional demo tapes, sending them to record labels with no response. Each rejection weighed heavily, particularly the loss of her sister Kathleen in 2000, who had been her biggest supporter. Kathleen's death marked a turning point, causing Susan to abandon her dreams for 2 years. Music, once a source of joy, became a painful reminder of grief. Yet her mother Bridget's unwavering encouragement rekindled hope, reminding her that her talent was a gift. Susan's persistence, despite repeated setbacks and personal loss, reflects her quiet determination. Her eventual breakthrough decades later shows how delayed recognition does not diminish true talent, emphasizing the importance of patience, self-belief, and continued effort, even in the face of repeated disappointment. Discovery of Asperger syndrome and new understanding. In 2012, at age 51, Susan discovered that the lifelong label of brain damage was incorrect. She was diagnosed with Asperger syndrome, and her IQ was above average. This revelation was transformative. explaining decades of social difficulty and misunderstandings at school and home. The diagnosis brought relief and a sense of clarity, allowing Susan to reinterpret her struggles with confidence rather than shame. Understanding herself fully for the first time gave her a newfound pride and determination. The revelation reshaped her self-perception, reinforcing her ability to succeed despite past misconceptions. It also strengthened her advocacy for others facing hidden challenges, demonstrating the importance of accurate diagnosis and self-awareness. This milestone underscores how late discoveries about oneself can dramatically alter life paths, offering empowerment and resilience even after decades of misjudgment and struggle. Breakthrough on Britain's Got Talent. In 2009, Susan auditioned for Britain's Got Talent at age 47, fulfilling a promise to her late mother. Her initial appearance surprised judges and audiences who had underestimated her based on age and appearance. When she sang "I Dreamed a Dream," the room fell silent. Her performance went viral, amassing millions of views in days. This moment catapulted her from obscurity to international recognition. Despite doubts and initial skepticism, Susan's raw talent captivated the world, demonstrating that extraordinary ability often emerges in unexpected forms. Her journey highlighted themes of perseverance, the breaking of stereotypes, and the power of authenticity in the entertainment industry. Her semi-final and final performances reinforced her popularity, though she ultimately did not win. Susan's grace and professionalism in accepting defeat showcased her resilience and commitment to artistry over competition, solidifying her reputation as a global icon. Family tensions and financial struggles. Despite her financial success, family conflicts persisted. Susan gave approximately $1.8 million to relatives over the years, but rather than resolving disputes, the money often deepened divides. Threats, misunderstandings, and false stories created a web of tension. Susan's generosity, intended to support loved ones, instead brought emotional burden and mistrust. These experiences emphasized that wealth does not automatically heal family wounds. Susan's struggles with boundaries, trust, and manipulation reflect common challenges faced by people who achieve sudden financial success. Her story humanizes the pressures of fame and fortune, showing that personal relationships can be as complex and demanding as public life. Navigating these tensions required emotional intelligence, patience, and self-protection, illustrating how personal growth often involves learning to manage both money and human dynamics. Health challenges and recovery. Throughout her life, Susan faced ongoing health challenges. She was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes in 2012 and later suffered a stroke in 2022, which threatened her voice and mobility. The stroke forced her into a long recovery period, involving speech therapy, physical rehabilitation, and voice retraining. Her determination to regain her abilities exemplified resilience, discipline, and dedication to her craft. By early 2025, she had regained approximately 90% of her singing capability. Her recovery journey highlighted the interplay between physical health, mental strength, and professional passion. Susan's perseverance in the face of life-threatening setbacks serves as inspiration for anyone confronting physical or personal challenges. Her return to performing in social media after a 2-year hiatus demonstrated that recovery, even from devastating events, is possible with persistence, structured effort, and unwavering self-belief. Late-life love and personal fulfillment. In her 50s, Susan experienced romantic love for the first time, meeting a kind doctor during a U.S. tour. This simple connection, a lunch and a shared moment of affection, held immense personal significance. After decades of devotion to family and caregiving, Susan's experience showed that personal fulfillment is not bound by age. Her grounded approach to life, despite fame and wealth, emphasized authenticity and simplicity. Her relationships and lifestyle choices reinforced her identity as a person who values connection, music, and emotional integrity over extravagance. This period of her life highlighted that meaningful experiences, whether in love, creativity, or family, can enrich life at any stage, illustrating the enduring capacity for growth, joy, and human connection even in later years. Return to music and continuing legacy. After recovering from her stroke, Susan made a celebrated return to the stage in June 2023. Her performance of I Dreamed a Dream on Britain's Got Talent brought the audience to tears and reaffirmed her enduring talent. Through meticulous rehabilitation, consistent practice, and sheer determination, she rebuilt her voice and presence. By 2025, she returned to social media, announcing new projects, music, and live shows, reigniting global interest. Her story reflects the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of passion. Beyond fame, Susan's journey embodies hope, dedication, and courage in facing personal, physical, and emotional challenges. Her legacy inspires both artists and ordinary people alike, demonstrating that persistence, belief in one's gifts, and unwavering determination can overcome decades of adversity, proving that dreams truly have no expiration date.